follow what the people want, even if the people don't actually want it. Today, I really wanted to go over things that have changed my life as a runner. And these things aren't that serious, but they also are serious. I made this list the other night when I literally could not sleep for the life of me. And I know when I can't sleep, I just end up scrolling, look at puppies, like online, like puppies for sale. I always think that I can get a dog and that it's a great idea to get a dog. In theory, it is a good idea to get a dog, but I really don't have the time for a dog. Anyways, I want to get into this and chat about all the things that changed my life as a runner. Number one is getting a Garmin watch. I was an Apple Watch girly, like through and through, for years. From, I would say, like 2016 to 2019, I had an Apple Watch series. I think I had the series 2. 2019, I was like, I'm gonna become a Garmin girly. So I got a Garmin Forerunner 155. I believe that was my first Garmin. I had my first Garmin back when I was like 12. I just had like a really basic one, but the first time I actually like knew how to use a fitness watch was 2019. Garmin Forerunner 155, super basic. I think it runs you like 200 bucks. I was like, this is all I need. I was a college distance runner at the time. I just needed something to track some time and distance. So I had that until COVID, and honestly, I went back to the Apple Watch. However, every single time I have used an Apple Watch, I have gotten extremely addicted, like to a point where it's not good. It's not healthy. All of a sudden, I'm competing with myself daily on step count and everything in between, and I'm like, oh, it's bad. And the fact that it tells you to move all the time and the calories and all the different things, and it's not focused too much on like actual fitness or training for anything. Maybe they've changed now. I've only ever had like the Series 3 Apple Watch, but it for me was just focused too much on not actually running. You better burn calories. So this past year, 2024 fall, I was like, you know what? I wasn't even wearing my Apple Watch because I knew I was addicted. I'm gonna get a Garmin. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna get the Garmin Forerunner 165. The step up from the 155. I love this thing more than, well, not life itself, but you know what I mean. This thing is amazing. I hide all the metrics that I don't want to see per se on my home screen. So I literally have my heart rate and my readiness score, and then just like the battery life and the time. That's it. I have no idea, unless I go on like the Garmin Connect app, how many calories I've burned, how many steps I've taken, how many XYZ. Like, even when you get done with a run, it never showed me the amount of calories I burned. It tells me my distance, my HRV status, like actual stats that I need and that I want. And even I wear it when I go to bed, so it gives me like my sleep score and those types of things. I think that's so valuable. It gives me a lot of good data tools that aren't just necessarily like step count, calorie goal, get up, you haven't moved all day. Like every night at 7:30, it gives me like a little kind of overview of the day. Like if I've had a stressful day, if I should take care of myself a little bit more before bed, if I had a restful day, that kind of thing. So I really like the Garmin for that training aspect and that readiness aspect, rather than it just like shoving down my throat. I should be moving, I should be doing this, that, and the other. Like, oh girl, chill out. Number 2 is eating chocolate. That is the second thing that has changed my life as a runner. When I was really down bad with food, which I've spoken about in my previous YouTube video and on like my socials as well, like struggled with food, have had disordered thoughts, eating chocolate has changed my life for the better. Allowing myself to and eating goodies with chocolate. Like I can show you guys, I have chocolate every single night before I go to bed, and I have multiple things that have chocolate in it. Not only do I just have like a plain little thing of like a chocolate bar, because I have the Q chocolate bar right now. I have the cashew butter. I have 1 or 2 squares of that, and then I also have Tony's Chocolonely back there. Then I also have Yasso bars every single night. I have the chocolate fudge crunch one, so good. Of course, as you guys know, I always have my baggie full of muffins. These are banana chocolate chip muffins. So I have chocolate every single night. Also, chicken with ketchup was my snack of choice today, everyone. So those foods has just helped me so much heal my relationship with food, because I was in a really dark place for a really long time. And having those fun things again helps so much. Number 3, strength training. Elephant in the room. Every single runner's bane of their existence seems to be the art of strength training. I like to get in about 3 to 4 sessions a week of strength. And when I say strength, I don't mean like anything super intense. Some runners really love to go to the gym and get in like sets of curls, sets of RDL, sets of lunges, those types of things, and like heavy weight and heavy lifting. I do it to maintain like my running ability and bone density. That's something that's really important for female health, and especially as someone who lost their period for a certain amount of years. I know that my bone density has increased, and something that helps with that is that strength training piece. Yeah, strength training doesn't have to be anything intense. Like what I do is I grab 15-pound dumbbells, 20-pound dumbbells, 10-pound dumbbells, even heck 5-pound dumbbells, anything, band movements, clamshells, just doing body weight squats, body weight lunges, making sure you move your hips and strength train those hips, do hip mobility. Oh my God. And yeah, take care of yourself, do some strength training. You don't just have to do cardio all the time. Like possibly if you're struggling with taking that rest day from running, do like a little baby strength training, do some Pilates. Just getting in those movements that aren't just like the repetitive running motion will genuinely help your running, not only for recovery faster, it'll make you run faster a little bit. It'll help you like increase your form. Number 4, taking care of your feet. I neglected this for a long time. I was like, oh yeah, like it makes sense. Like roll your feet out. No, roll your feet out. Get a lacrosse ball, get a tennis ball. I really like the brand Ocean Foam for their little recovery balls. Just roll your feet out daily, massage your feet. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I didn't sneeze. It's tough love, but you also need to balance on one foot like periodically and train that. Like I broke my foot in the fall and it took me so long to be able to stand on one foot again. I broke my right foot and I still struggle with that. But working on big toe mobility and ankle mobility and also just all those connective tissues in your foot gonna be a game changer. So I'm not like a physical therapist or anything, but I can do a video if you guys want on like exercises that I do for my feet, because your feet are crucial to the health of you as a runner. Do not neglect your feet. You will regret it if you do. It's gonna be my word to the wise. I literally, like, I don't even remember how I broke my foot. I was at my sister's house in Arkansas and I remember like I went to stretch my ankle and it rolled weirdly, and then all of a sudden it just hurt so bad. And then I broke my toe like last month because I fell down the stairs and it was just embarrassing. Taking fiber gummies. I'm someone that eats a healthy diet, so I think I get enough fiber. However, my stomach was doing like the runner's stomach thing for a little bit, and I was like, let me test it out. Let me see if it's like my fiber intake. So I get fiber gummies, and I'll talk about some other supplements I take too, and I'll just take you over to my supplement little drawer. I've been taking the fiber gummies now for like 2 weeks, and my stomach has seriously been so much better. I was struggling so much on like every run. I had to like plan it out to like the porta potty, and I don't want to do that, guys. So I just get this brand. It's called Benefiber. My mom takes like the powder sometimes and just mixes it into water, and so I used to do that in like high school and stuff, but then I started living on my own in college and I forgot that it was a thing. And I'm someone that likes a gummy vitamin. If you can put the goodies into a gummy vitamin, I will take it religiously. It's actually pretty good. They do taste good. They have like orange flavors and raspberry. Those are the 2 flavors. The reason why I got the Benefiber brand, there's other brands that do it. Like I think like Ollie and like probably Goli and all that stuff does too. But I don't know. I just know that I used Benefiber like in the powder packets before. So I felt trustworthy to use these. I also take some more gummy vitamins. I take prenatals because it has folic acid, which is, I forget why it's good, but it is good. I just know that this is probably a better multivitamin for women, having it be prenatal. I don't know. I heard that somewhere. I'm not a scientist. Like, call me crazy, but I heard it somewhere and I haven't forgotten it. These, I swear to gosh, actually work. These are the Ollie Stress like relief, goodbye stress. I like these. They have GABA, L-theanine, and lemon balm. And I researched it. When you take all those three together, it does reduce like those thoughts of anxiety and all that stuff. And I'm studying for the Series 7, the SIE, like Women in Finance things right now. And when I took my SIE, I was so nervous. Like I literally wanted to throw up so bad. I took 4 of these before I went into the test, and then the night before I took like 6 before I went to bed because I could not fall asleep to save my life. So Ollie Stress, I think it works. It could be placebo, not sure, but I like the way they taste too. How could we forget I have to take iron, because if not, I'm anemic, basically, like borderline anemic. I got my blood work done last year. I should get it rechecked, but was not a good blood work panel. So I take 2 of these a day, 65 milligrams, which is a ton of iron, but I need it. I also get iron in my diet, like things like red meat, spinach, dark leafy green vegetables, DLGVs. I took kind of like a nutrition class in high school, and I wish I would have stuck with some of that sometimes, but she was always like, DLGVs, get your dark leafy green vegetables in, like kale, spinach. The lighter it is, the less nutrition. I don't know, fun fact. Take magnesium glycinate every single night before bed. The other magnesium, like the citrate one, hurts my stomach. So this one is gentle on your stomach, and it supports muscle relaxation and heart, nerve, and bone health. So I take 2 capsules before I go to bed. This is the Nature Made brand, and I find that it genuinely, I don't know, like I trust Nature Made. I've been taking Nature Made since I was like little. For bone health, I take calcium citrate with D3. Take just vitamin D as well, and I take those together. Vitamin D, I think, can only be absorbed with calcium together, something to that effect, or with like vitamin K. I don't know, there's something, Google that. I'm no doctor, but I've been doing this for years for bone health. I take 2 capsules of the calcium. This is the Critical brand. It's one of the only brands I can find that has the calcium citrate with the D3 in it. I think it's like 17 bucks. And then just typical vitamin D. This has 125 mcg, 5,000 IU. I don't know what that means. Turmeric is something else I started to implement. Once I broke my foot in the fall, I felt really inflamed all the time, and I did my research. I ended up getting this Life Extension Curcumin Elite turmeric extract. Apparently turmeric is best absorbed when it is with curcumin. I don't know. I'm gonna believe it. I take 1 capsule a day. If I'm feeling like extra inflamed, I'll take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Those are the supplements I take. And I do find that with the magnesium, I've been sleeping so much better. And I really like that turmeric extract. I think everyone should be taking vitamin D with calcium just for bone health, especially if you're female, especially if you've ever dealt with loss of period and amenorrhea. I can never say that word. And amenorrhea. It sounds like when Nemo was like, amenorrhea is like loss of period for a female kind of like athlete. It involves the female athlete triad, if you know what that is. So definitely something to research. I'm not laughing at amenorrhea. I'm laughing at my cancer. Finding shoes that worked for me. When I was in college, I wore the Brooks Ghost religiously. I honestly, with my ED and stuff, my needs kind of changed with cushion. I was experiencing some hip pain and all the different things just from compensation of different things, bone health, all the things. I needed more cushions. The Brooks Ghost, I would say, is an amazing shoe for anyone looking to get into running. Hands down, one of the most beginner-friendly shoes. So great for college athletes, I think, because it's a pretty low-profile shoe. So when you have to transition to like cross training or XYZ, whatever your coach has you do, lift, med ball training, core, it's a great shoe because it's that low profile. Pretty low cushion. Nothing to write home about in that cushion sense. They have really updated it to be a fantastic shoe since the last time like I really wore it to run in. So Brooks Ghost is amazing. Always recommend going to a running store and getting yourself fitted. But I'll show you my current, I would say my big 3 in my rotation. I have found basically all my shoes through trial. and error. Like I worked at a running store, so I do know which shoes are best for me. Like I'm a neutral, I need a neutral shoe, just meaning I don't need like the stability plate on the inside for if your ankles overpronate, meaning they go inwards. Sometimes when people walk and run, their ankles will go in, and that's when you would need a stability shoe. Typically, you know, if you really overpronate, like your natural gait when you walk, you do pronate a little bit, but some people like really do. And that's when they need a stability shoe. So if you ever see the word stability when you're looking for running shoes, that means if you overpronate. Sorry, the focus is so weird. I think it's my windows. So my current hyperfixation shoe I've stockpiled is the Hoka Clifton 9. I know they've come out with the Hoka Clifton 10, but they changed it a little bit. Changed the heel to toe drop in the Clifton 10s. So the Clifton 9s have a heel to toe drop of like 5 millimeters, meaning from what you need to know is it basically, if this is barefoot, it has you a little bit on an incline. So the higher the heel to toe drop, the more you're kind of like on your tippy toes. Not really, like it's in millimeters, but this has a 5 millimeter heel to toe drop, really neutral. It propels you forward because Hoka has a meta rocker, a really cushioned midfoot, and a wide toe box. So there's like the big 3 things about Hoka. So I love the Hoka Cliftons. Those are also a great beginner running shoe, I would say. Next up, we have my Brooks Glycerin Max, which coming back from an injury, these have been a game changer. This is one of the first pair of Brooks that has like the rocker technology that Hoka is really famous for. So I love it. This does have a really hefty stack height, meaning cushion. So it's a great shoe, but it does take a little bit to get used to. The Glycerin is like the model that you would wear before this shoe. The Glycerin has a really high heel to toe drop, has a 12, versus this Glycerin Max has a 6. So if you wear the regular Glycerin, you're a little bit more on your tippy toes, take some pressure off your Achilles and your calf. This one propels you forward with that rocker technology. Great shoe if you're coming back from injury. Hefty price tag, $200, but I swear to God, it's worth every single penny. These are brand new. These are the Adidas Adizero EVO SL. Super lightweight shoes. So I wore them yesterday to test them out for like a 200 meter. And I will say I'm going to be including these in my rotation because I think I'm gonna do either a half marathon or a marathon in the fall. Stay tuned. There's more news to come. But these are, first off, a good looking shoe. You can't tell me that this shoe isn't gorgeous. It is a very, I would say, not traction-y shoe. That's why it's meant for fast. I have to do some more research on specs. Super lightweight upper, like it's literally like see-through. I mean, there's really no, I would say, support there. The foam is amazing, but it's meant for like fast things, like fast workouts if you run a 5K. Stuff like that. I wouldn't necessarily wear if I was running like a full half marathon. I would do it for like my training. So they're kind of my big 3 right now. I am a huge Hoka Bondi fan as well. However, I haven't gotten myself on the Bondi 9s yet. I've tried them on. I can't afford an $170 shoe right now. It's just frankly not in the cards for me. And lastly, the thing that has changed my life as a runner is actually taking care of myself, slowing down. Ever since I graduated college in 2022, I feel like I've been so go with everything. And I didn't really take the time to slow down and realize like, hey girl, you were kind of depressed. Like right when I graduated college, I moved down south to South Carolina to start teaching. And I did not take care of myself literally until like this past, like February 2025, until I moved back here. I mean, my apartment was always a mess. My hair was always greasy. I never kept up with like the self-care of shaving your legs, putting on lotion, skincare, making yourself presentable during the day. Like that is just something I didn't do. And laundry would pile up. My style was even so different. So I found that by really taking care of myself and just like making, I guess, my routine more simple. Like I always felt like I saw everyone else cleaning on Saturday all day. I need to clean on Saturday all day. What I find best for me is I set a 10-minute timer during the weekdays for like 10 minutes and I clean my kitchen. I grab a wipe, like I literally have my wipes sitting out right here because that's what I was doing during my lunch break today. Clean surfaces, just something's done, you know? So then by the time Saturday hits, maybe all I have to do is vacuum or maybe nothing at all. And that takes some of like that, like over thinking of like, oh my God, I have so much to do, I have so much to do. And then it just all piles up and I feel like the weight of the world is on top of me. Doing little things like that every day has helped. Also doing like a very simple skincare routine and having it be the same kinds of things every single night has really helped. Like I just do a simple cleanser. I go in with a toner. I go in with one serum, a moisturizer, and then like a milky essence. And that's a day-to-day. Sometimes I use like acne meds and stuff, but you know, the brands can switch up depending on like what I can afford at the time or whatever, but the routine stays consistent. Something that I've really found to be helpful. And also you guys, this sounds so silly, but like actually like shaving my legs and putting on lotion, it has been a game changer. I know that sounds stupid, like actually neglecting. And also, like I'm someone that always feels better when I have a tan. So in the winter, like self-tanning or just even putting on jewelry or finding clothes that I like is this outfit anything to write home about? No, but it's comfy and it's not just like baggy sweatpants. Like, I don't know, like these are pants I got from Walmart that are so comfy, but also a little bit more stylish. This crew neck from Aerie, and then underneath like I have a tank top. I just feel a little bit more put together. I also try to drink 1 Stanley a day. No, that's nothing to what some people do, but that's something to me. I think sometimes we can get a little bit caught up on like what self-care looks like to everyone else on social media. Like, oh my God, they're doing this and they're doing that. Where maybe self-care for you or I or whoever it might be might look different. My self-care does not look the same as the clean girl aesthetic on Instagram, or even I have an identical twin sister. Our ideas of self-care, 2 totally separate things. Also like a very big morning workout person. When I graduated college, I tried so hard to be like, I love working out after work. I love it. Like, ooh, now I have so much time after work. No, I like to get my workout before work, not like over with because I enjoy it. I didn't want to like use that phraseology. Not that I want to get it over with before work, but I would like to be completed with my workout before. I feel so good after I work out. I want to carry that good energy for my workout through the rest of the day. Some people love a night workout, like they thrive in it and they feel so good and so that's their release from work. Like I want to do my hard effort in the morning. I work all day and then maybe take a walk or something light at night, such as like that baby lifting that I do, the Pilates or whatever it might be. So, yeah. And I think the main thing with running and just any form of exercise in general is just to not compare yourself all the time on social media. I mean, there are so many differing opinions out there of literally every single person. You could go on like Utah Run Talk and be like, oh my God, I need to run with my friends every day. You could like to just run solo. That's fine. Like I'm someone that likes to run solo. Like I like to run with friends or whatever every couple months, but in all honesty, it's therapeutic to me to run by myself. So if I were to only see I'm using the Utah girls as an example, but if I were to only see people that run with friends, I'd be like, I need to run with friends all the time. No, you don't. You don't have to do that to be successful. You can be successful on your own terms. I think that's so cool about the sport. So cool. It could be individual, it could be with people, but there's always that community base around. Like even when you smile at the people on the trail, you know, it's a collective like, oh my gosh, we're all like doing a shared interest. That's all I really have for you today, but those are things that have made me better as a runner as I've graduated college, really grown in the sport and mentally challenged myself in different ways that aren't just running, if that makes sense, such as taking care of yourself. I want you guys to know that you are always loved and there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and that food is fuel. As much as I hate that term because it's more than fuel, it is. Cannot perform without it. As always, peace, love, and blessings. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you all so much. Bye.